Hey, Tony here. Want to talk about the bullshit that is the MAGA party, that is President Trump, that is cabinet, that is his press secretary, Caroline Levitt. You know, they're part of a larger problem that goes back to Fox News and now the newer propaganda networks that come along. They wave the flag and thump the Bible, but when it comes right down to it, they don't help. They don't care. They're all covering up for a man who obviously was Jeffrey Epstein's best friend, who, between the birthday card and the special secrets and the testimonies from the victims, I mean, the man, where there's smoke, there's fire, and there's a lot of smoke. Yet they still support him. They turn a blind eye. They talk about God and Jesus, yet the least amongst us, right? Jesus said the least amongst us in Matthew. Well, apparently they don't mind kicking Jesus out in the cold Minneapolis night. They don't mind starving or wrongfully imprisoning Jesus, putting Jesus in a room not fit for animals with one toilet, feces everywhere, arresting American citizens, whether you're a citizen or not. This whole ICE thing is out of control. Just human beings don't deserve to be treated that way. And now you have the murders of school children in Iran. You have the murders of fishermen in Venezuela, all just for political theater. These people wave the flag and they say, what about the children? What about the children? But when it comes to guns, they don't want any gun legislation. Don't take my AR-15 from me, please. Or when it comes to the Epstein victims, they don't care about that. They don't care about the tons of cases that were settled out of court by Donald Trump with alleged victims, young boys and girls that were settled with payoffs. They don't care about that. They don't care about SNAP being cut. Meanwhile, we're spending $1 billion a day in the Iran war. They don't care that subsidies for ACA has been cut. Yeah, they're paying more too. But whatever dear leader says, I'm paying $200 more a month. Other people paying a lot more than that. They don't care about any of that stuff. But they love to put on the performance. They love to put on the theater. They love to drop Jesus' name. They love to wave the flag and say, God bless America. Yet they support a man who's a fascist, a man who goes after free speech at every chance he gets. He even said it should be illegal to talk bad against the president. He's gone after Jimmy Kimmel. He's caused Stephen Colbert his job. He has a nefarious scheme where his billionaire buddies, David Ellison and others, are buying up all the media. That's why people like me and so many others who are a lot more successful at it than I am and a lot more technically skilled are putting the word out on YouTube and Facebook. And because you can't even trust the media anymore. Everything's bullshit. Everything is. And these people that go around saying that, they believe in America. You don't believe in America. You don't believe in America at all. What you believe in is Donald Trump and his hatred. What they believe in is their racism. And they're phony. I'm so tired of phony bullshit people. And then they have the nerve to say these Democrats are communists. Oh, they're liberals. They don't like the American way. We're the only ones fighting for the American way. We're the only ones fighting for freedom, the American dream of coming here, immigrating from another country and making a better life. We're the only ones fighting for it. They just want it to be all white people. That's what they want. They don't want anybody here. Oh, you don't speak English? You better get out. They don't want any of that. They don't stand up for politicians who want to do something. They don't care about the minimum wage being $7.25 an hour. They don't think. They vote against their own best interests because, again, they're waving the flag. Republican Party guides them with fear. They wave the flag. They drop Jesus' name. And all these people come running like a bunch of damn sheep. It's going to come a time when these people are going to have to answer for their support. They will have to answer. And believe me, I'll be one of the first ones to rub their noses in it. Because you know what? We've been fighting Trump for 10 years. You don't get to join and jump on board at the last minute. So be wary of people who are over-religious. Be wary of people who are waving a flag, because they're phonies. They're not true patriots. And these people like James Comer, Lindsey Graham, Jim Jordan, they all know what they're doing. Ted Cruz. A lot of these are very intelligent people, believe it or not, and they know what they're doing. These sacrificed their soul. These sacrificed America, our freedom, and everything that our forefathers have fought and died for their political careers. And they're all scum, and they'll all have to answer for it.